Hello, I'm Teresha Young, relationship master coach, and welcome to Real-ationship Talk. Have you ever been in a relationship where you feel that your partner just isn't committing to you? That might be your situation now. How does that or did that make you feel? Did you feel confused, alone, isolated, unloved, unappreciated, unworthy? Well, that is the topic of today's conversation, because for this week's question, I have been asked, why won't my partner commit to me? Should I give him an ultimatum? I can understand commitment issues and not feeling like your partner is committing to you can be a very stressful experience, because it leaves an element of uncertainty about the future. Will they change? What can I do? Is it going to be like this forever? Should I just give him an ultimatum, cut my losses and move on? Well, commitment issues actually are a little bit more complicated than they first seem, because why somebody won't commit could be due to some relationship patterns that they have, that they are carrying on into this relationship that they have with you. It could also be some emotional baggage that they're carrying around, that they need to be looking at, understanding more about themselves. And also it could be due to an attachment style that they have. Now, an attachment style is the way that you relate to other people in a relationship. And there are said to be several attachment styles. The key three ones are secure, anxious, and avoidant. Now, if somebody is having commitment issues, it's very likely that they are falling into the avoidant attachment style. And this is an insecure attachment style whereby somebody has a fear of intimacy or getting close to somebody. Now, just to give you some context, attachment styles are often formed from when you are a child, when you were a baby, and it's all about the way that you were cared for, looked after, nourished. Now, if for some reason you develop an avoidant attachment style, there could be an element of feeling suffocated or feeling that you don't trust somebody. And that can make somebody push somebody away so that they are able to stay in their comfort zone. They don't even know often that they are operating on that attachment style. For you, you may have an anxious attachment style. And that means that you are also operating from an insecure state. But this is a state where there's an element of neediness, clingy behavior, and wanting validation, consistent validation from somebody, to know that they are there. It's an anxious way of being. Now, the thing to note is that there is a difference between needs and neediness. Knowing your needs is very, very empowering, and it comes from a confident, assertive disposition. Whereas neediness is that insecure, clingy behavior and a very disempowered way to be. So once you have a better idea about your attachment style and your partner's attachment style, it can be shifted. You can do work. This is what I work with my clients to do if they are falling into any of those categories, into a more secure attachment styles. Now, we've spoken about needs. Having complete clarity on what your needs are will help you understand why you feel that person isn't committing to you, because quite obviously there's a need that isn't being fulfilled. I actually have a 9-page document that I work with my clients. We go through this document, 9 pages, to understand their needs, and we separate it into 5 categories. There's emotional needs, there's physical needs, there's social needs, security needs, and also spiritual religious needs. And we go through this document to understand in detail, laser-like focus, what these needs are. Once you know what your needs are, you can communicate that to the partner to say that I feel that you're not committed to me, and these are the reasons why. I feel that my needs are not being fulfilled in these areas. Can we talk about this? Is there a reason why you may not be committing to me? Can we talk about it? You can have a conversation with them. There could be several reasons why this person is not committing to you. There could be differences in ideas that you have for the future, your goals, your visions. There could be differences in values that need to be discussed. There could be priorities. You've got different priorities. There could be a case of managing your own expectations. Perhaps your expectations are too high. No, it's okay to have expectations. Just don't let them affect the quality of your relationship. Are your expectations reasonable of your partner? Sit down, have a discussion about your expectations. It all starts with a conversation, but it also really means you understanding exactly what your attachment style is, what system, what program you're operating on, and then also move into a place where you have absolute clarity why they're not fulfilling your needs, why they're not committing to you, because it's your expectation. Write it down. What does commitment look like to you? Because yes, you can Google it online and you can get a standard definition, but write it down. Get a piece of paper, head it up. Commitment. What does commitment mean to me? And then you can have a conversation with your partner around what commitment means to you, why you think perhaps it's not happening. You can ask them quite clearly, is there a reason why they're not committing to you? And then you can take steps forward to move to see if there's scope for that to get better. You can both have a conversation on how to move forward. I trust that that has been helpful for you and for everybody else who has been watching this. And if you're sitting there thinking, I think I'm dealing with a commitment phobe, can I understand more about my needs so that I'm able to communicate that in a strong way to my partner, to understand if there's ways to improve the commitment that I'm getting from my partner and what that looks like for me? Then please do check out my website, www.tereshayoung.com, where we can have a discussion on if and how I can help you. But you can also send me a DM. I am available across all social media platforms as Teresha Young. Until next week's Real Relationship Talk, take great care of yourself and other people.